What it, y'all? Danny from the Berg here. I have coronavirus. I do have COVID-19, but I do not care. Okay. So anyway, after my recent post on my Instagram about my gains, I've been getting just a ton of questions. How did you do it? What did you do? And please teach me, yada, yada. Well, here's the thing. There's no really easy answer. I think the best way to start educating people is really just start making a series of videos on how I do this. I'm not a genius by any means. I'm actually pretty bad at trading. I went to college for music. I have a music major, so I don't know anything about finance or economics or, I'm not even that educated on politics, even though that's a lot of what my job does. But I do know a couple things. I know how to trust my gut, and I know when something's a good deal. And maybe that's because I'm Syrian and I was born, to be pretty frugal with money, but I can tell when something is a good deal, okay? So, on our first lesson today, okay, I'm fucking winging this right now, but our first lesson today is going to be how to establish what kind of trader you're going to be, all right? So I try to break it down into two categories. Trading, you're a trader, okay? Or you're an investor, okay? Now, if you're an investor, you're looking more long-term, okay? You're buying something and you're hoping that in a few months, a year, a couple years, it's going to be worth more than what you bought it at, obviously. You're hoping that there are products down the pipeline and things like that. Now, if you're a trader, you typically want to get in and out really quick. Sometimes you could be day trading, so you're only in it for that market day. Sometimes you're in and out in a week. So short term versus long term. I think that's one of the most important things to establish to yourself before you start trading, because it comes down to your economic situation. If you can't afford to have $5,000-$10,000 tied up for a year, then maybe investing long term isn't the correct way for you. If you can only manage to have that money, spent for a little bit of time, then maybe short-term trading is the best for you. That's what I always tell people is, what do you have? They're like, how much money can I make? And I always say, well, what do you have to work with? And what's your risk tolerance? Like, risk tolerance is a very important thing, and I'm sure y'all have heard that term before, but basically risk tolerance is your tolerance to risk. If you lose that money, are you fucked, okay? So they always say don't invest what you can't afford to lose. If you would lose your house if you lost $5,000, just hypothetically, we're just using just random arbitrary numbers, then don't invest with $5,000, even if you think that you're going to be correct. Even if you're so sure that this is it and you're going to double, triple your money, blah, 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 do not do it, okay? Because if you're wrong, if there's even a 0.1% chance you're wrong, then you're going to lose your house. And imagine you have a family. Imagine you have a kid. Like, I'm 25, so maybe one day I'll get married, but right now I don't have those responsibilities. So you have to look at, do you have a family? Do you have people you need to provide for? Do not invest more money than you can afford to lose. So we've talked about the two different type of traders that in my opinion exist. And, there are also options traders and things like futures traders and things like that, but that'll be for a later video. And then we talked about risk tolerance, okay? I think that's enough to digest for now. If you guys and girls want more of this type of content, I know I'm not the most eloquent in the way that I say it, but I have results. I've consistently beaten the market year after year since I started. I started in around 2016. So a lot of you could say that it was luck in terms of the timing that I started. And maybe it was. I mean, I got in on AMD when it was below $5. You know what I mean? So I definitely had a lot of opportunities that don't exist now. Stocks are much, much more expensive now. And I mean, we're talking, stocks are basically more expensive than they were pre-coronavirus. So a lot of this stuff doesn't really make sense right now. And that's why I have to go back to saying is recognizing a good deal. And I think that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. Anyway, thank y'all. Please be safe. Wear your mask. I promise you coronavirus is real. I've had a fever of 103 for the past few days. I went to 4 different clinics today. Yeah, so it's definitely a serious thing. But anyway, y'all, be careful. Stay blessed. I'll talk to y'all later.